Hi there, everyone. Welcome to another exciting half-hour journey through the Jamaica Magazine program. I'm Theodore Henry, piloting you through today's pages filled with great features to heighten your awareness and inspire you on a journey to personal growth. So sit back and relax as we take you into the realm of Jamaica's educational development and healthy habits to prevent non-communicable diseases, NCDs.
Are you living on or in possession of family land? Do you want to sell or subdivide the property? Use eLand Jamaica to search for details on the property. You can complete a title search and verify the owner before you sell the property. If your name does not appear on the title, register the land or clarify the existing title in your name before you sell. A title is a notice to the world of your ownership of land. For more information, contact the National Land Agency at 876-750-5263 or 876-946-5263. The National Land Agency, one agency, one goal to serve you better.
Good day, I'm Twyla Whelan and this is your WatchJIS News for Monday, September 29, 2025. Prime Minister Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness has called for decisive global action on enhanced support for transnational crime and the multinational security support mission in Haiti. Dr. Holness was addressing the general debate of the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly, UNGA 80, in New York on Friday. Highlighting the ongoing political instability, gang violence and humanitarian crises affecting the people of Haiti, Dr. Holness called for the operationalization of the recommendations made by CARICOM's Secretary General. This is to facilitate a transition to a more robust hybrid mechanism to deal with the situation in Haiti.
Once stability is restored, the international community must help rebuild democratic institutions, ensure free and fair elections, expand humanitarian relief, and invest in infrastructure to support long-term stability. Haiti's recovery requires sustained global support.
Dr. Holness argued that the crisis in Haiti exposes a broader involvement of transnational criminal networks. The realities include cybercrime, arms and narcotics trafficking, and people organizing violence and destabilizing institutions, which are an existential threat to sovereign states. The Prime Minister, meanwhile, called for a global war on gangs that aims to cut off the flow of weapons, money, and influence that sustain them.
This requires deeper engagement from all member states. We urge full implementation of the UN Programme of Action on Small Arms and Light Weapons and the International Tracing Instrument. Major arms exporting countries must tighten export controls, strengthen end-use monitoring, and ensure rigorous post-delivery verification.
Dr. Holness says despite significant progress in reducing homicide rates by 50%, the gains remain fragile if criminal networks aren't dismantled.
Jamaica welcomes cooperation with all partners in this fight, including the interdiction of drug trafficking vessels, provided that such operations are carried out with full respect for international law, human rights, and with the coordination and collaboration of the countries of the region.
Still at the UNGA 80, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness reiterated his call for adequate climate change financing for small island developing states, which remain severely constrained by the absence of predictable and sustained access to funding. Prime Minister Holness says the global financing architecture remains fundamentally inequitable, penalizing reform-oriented economies like Jamaica with high borrowing costs while ignoring their vulnerabilities.
The promise of $100 billion annually remains unfulfilled. The Loss and Damage Fund, established at COP28, was historic, yet its initial capitalization of $800 million is grossly inadequate. Developed countries must honor their commitments and scale up climate finance, recognizing that adaptation is a necessity for the survival of small island developing states.
In other news, the company's Office of Jamaica COJ has announced further steps to strengthen its anti-money laundering framework. Chief Executive Officer and Registrar of Companies at the COJ, Shelley Leon, says this includes keen monitoring of both active and inactive companies.
We are going to be doing a massive cleanup of our registers because some dormant companies, we are finding that even though they don't make returns, they don't have an actual office that they operate from, some of them might have property. And so we're cooperating with, for example, the National Land Agency, because these dormant companies, they are a gateway for fraud to be committed.
Ms. Leon was speaking at a recent Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce press conference. Portfolio Minister Senator Aubin Hill, who was also present, agreed that dormant companies provide a loophole for fraud.
What Shelley is talking about is what the banks have always known. Frauds in bank almost invariably, not exclusively, but almost invariably happen in dormant accounts. When I ran banks, whether it was in Oman or here in Jamaica or elsewhere, we always insist that the auditors must go through. Now the auditors insist, we used to, but now they do. They have to go through the dormant accounts because that's where frauds tend to originate. So it's very important that COJ is going down that road as well.
Jamaica's Cyber Incident Response Team, JCERT, has announced a major 5-year project aimed at strengthening Jamaica's cybersecurity capacity. The initiative involves the creation of a national cyber authority, which will develop cybersecurity policies, monitor cyber threats, provide skills training, and develop human capital resources. Significant focus will be placed on the education sector, starting from the primary level. Director of JCERT, Lieutenant Colonel Godfrey Sterling, shared details of the plan at a JIS think tank.
What it will do, it will see, particularly with respect to the talent pipeline, curricula being developed for the primary sector and teachers being trained to deliver this curricula and the children hopefully being able to assimilate it.
Lieutenant Colonel says the information technology curriculum at the secondary school level will be updated to include cybersecurity, ensuring that when students get to university, they'll have a strong foundation in the field. At the university level, a review of all currently accredited cybersecurity programs will be undertaken with the aim of improving delivery and closing existing gaps.
Where there are gaps in the delivery of the practical aspects of these courses, we're going to also work with them to ensure that they have the equipment, the setup, and the ability to deliver hands-on training.
JCERT's 5-year plan will be officially launched in April 2026, with preparatory work already underway. And finally, Minister of State in the Ministry of Tourism, Tova Hamilton, will have responsibility for cruise tourism as well as legal, regulatory and legislative arrangements in the sector. That's the word from Minister Edmund Bartlett as he addressed a recent media breakfast at the Jamaica Product Exchange, JPEX, in Montego Bay.
Looking heavily at tourism ethics, destination assurance, and all those elements that enable us to have a framework for meaningful interaction between visitors and locals alike. And finally, in that area, to work with us to build out the framework for our new concept of local first, which is to enable the supply side of tourism to be fully embraced by Jamaicans first. It's a very significant development in the strategy forward for tourism.
Tourism is the heartbeat of our economy and a powerful vehicle for empowerment. Having served in this sector before, and with my background as an attorney, I bring both practical experience and a strong commitment to governance, structure, and advocacy.
And that's it for JS News Today. I'm Twyla Whelan. Thanks for watching. Natural disasters like a hurricane can be catastrophic, not just to the environment and infrastructure, but also your mental health. Here are some useful tips to help you cope before, during, and after a hurricane. Get the facts. Reliable information is crucial to assessing your risk and taking reasonable actions. Make connections. Talk with family members or friends and share how you are feeling. Practice self-care. Do activities that bring you joy and relaxation, such as meditation. Get to a shelter if you cannot stay in your home or you do not have access to power. Again, a healthy relationship and a strong support system with family members or friends is vital, so share how you feel. Listen to music that will help to put your mind at ease. Taking care of your body by eating well, drinking water, exercising, and getting enough sleep can help regulate your mood. Limit your exposure to television and social media content about the worst effects of the hurricane. Overexposure can increase distress. Engage in fun and therapeutic activities, such as exercise, your favorite hobbies, and social activities.
The following is brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister.
I appeal to the young man and the young woman on the corner who is wanting a job but don't know where a job is, or may have gone for a job interview and was not successful, and then leaves with the opinion that there is no space for me in this growing economy. I need you. Your country needs you. Your economy needs you. The Caymana's Special Economic Zone needs you. You are a critical element in the growth of this country. And this administration, through the Heart Trust NSTA, we will find you, we will support you, we will assist you in getting trained and getting employed so that you can claim your share in the prosperity that Jamaica is experiencing.
The proceeding was brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister.
The future is digital, and the use of technology to prepare our children for new and exciting opportunities is a main focus of the government. On this next leg of our journey inside the magazine, we look at how technology is being integrated in public schools across the island.
Once upon a time, technology in schools was seen as a luxury or even banned depending on school rules. But times have changed. Today, from tablets to smartboards and apps that bring lessons to life, technology has moved from the sidelines to the very heart of the classroom. In this feature, we will explore how the Ministry of Education is reshaping the learning landscape through technology empowerment. Our journey begins at the Ministry's Media Services Unit, a digital production hub where everything from textbooks to teacher guides and interactive video content are created to support the nation's evolving learning needs.
The Ministry has several strategies for integrating technology across the system. First, the Ministry developed a national ICT in education policy that provides a framework for the provision, use, and management of technology within the education system. As it relates to the national standards curriculum, we have ICT attainment targets and suggested tools for teaching and learning. As it relates to administration, There is the Education Management Information System, known as the EMIS, and that is used to support our school leaders to make data-driven decisions, as well as we provide equipment in terms of devices, internet access, and digital learning platforms to enhance the teaching and learning experience.
In addition to that, over 400,000 Google Workspace accounts have been issued by the ministry, giving students and teachers access to Google Classrooms.
We have also have a broadband initiative, two initiatives actually, broadband and Wi-Fi. With broadband, we are providing improved internet access across the system. So approximately 723 schools have benefited from broadband. There's also Wi-Fi. We have over 323 schools that have benefited from Wi-Fi. That's in the first phase. And in the second phase, we have earmarked over 696 locations that will be receiving Wi-Fi.
But digital learning isn't one size fits all.
So there are several strategies to support our students with disabilities. There is the accessible digital textbooks. We have speech-to-text and text-to-speech software. These are digital books that are presented in alternative formats. As it relates to school-level support, for example, at the Salvation Army for the Blind, there is software to support our students. Schools for the Deaf, through partnership with the National Education Trust and e-learning, they have also provided assistive technologies to cater to our students' needs.
Behind every empowered student is a well-equipped teacher.
Our teachers at the pre-service level, they have access to webinars and workshops, online courses, and we have collaborations with both local and international partners. For example, we have over 780 hours of training for our teachers, both pre-service and in service. The pre-service teachers, they benefit from online courses. We also support our teachers through mentoring, where we pair beginning teachers with more experienced teachers to help them to make that transition. We have also ensured that our teachers who are in practice or in-service teachers, they have access to a suite of professional development courses to strengthen their ICT skills, because we are about building a digital competent teachers throughout the system.
As technology becomes part of daily life, the Ministry of Education is using it as a tool to drive growth and success for students.
Tech-based education is here to stay, and so there is funding arrangements to support technology use in schools.
Our journey doesn't end here. In our next episode, we'll visit a school where tech isn't just engaging students, it's transforming academic outcomes.
Children are the future, and ensuring our future is healthy requires that children are always provided with nutritious foods to grow well and live long. Unhealthy diets high in sugar, salt, and fat consumed by children may make them obese and prone to non-communicable diseases later in life. Healthy foods and beverages not only help them learn better, but also protects them from non-communicable diseases such as some cancers, diabetes, hypertension, and cardiovascular diseases in their childhood and adult life. So, whether it's at home, in the lunch bag, or at school, let's make healthy foods and beverages for our children the only rule.
You can make food your medicine and your medicine your food, as unhealthy eating habits are said to be a major contributor to the prevalence of non-communicable diseases, NCDs. In these few remaining minutes of Jamaica Magazine, we turn the spotlight on one of government's initiatives to tackle non-communicable diseases through healthy eating.
Part of maintaining good health is knowing our nutritional requirements and what is in the foods we consume. When we know, we are able to make better choices about what we eat and empowered to avoid non-communicable diseases NCDs such as diabetes, hypertension, cancers, and cardiovascular diseases like stroke and heart disease. In recognition of this, the government encourages consumers to look carefully on the ingredients and nutrition facts labels on foods.
NCDs is a national crisis, and what and how we eat is a contributory factor to developing or worsening. Our message, healthy eating, active living, read it before you eat it, places emphasis on educating and empowering people about the choices made for food consumption. In keeping with our vision for a healthy Jamaica, our goal is to equip Jamaicans to read food labels in order to make healthier food choices.
The fact that more than 70% of deaths in Jamaica are linked to NCD conditions, which are increasing, is enough reason for all of us to eat healthy foods, exercise regularly, and get adequate rest. Like sweet music to the soul, the healthy living message must resonate, and the Ministry of Health is chiming through the airwaves with its public awareness campaign.
Nutrition facts, it there in the table on the side of the back. Take note of the sodium, the sugars and the fats by percentile, less in upon the right track. You feel zoom in on the nutrition facts, it there in the table on the side of the back. Vitamins, minerals and vitamin 2, 20% and more that good for you. You feel zoom in, check the nutrition facts. You feel zoom in, check the nutrition facts. You feel zoom in, check the nutrition facts. Less sugar, less salt intake and less fat.
It is our collective responsibility to take stock of the health impact of excesses in sugars, salts, and fats, and take steps to reduce consumption.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness, through the Nutrition Facts Panel media campaign, is fast tracking its response to the scourge of non-communicable diseases NCD by getting more Jamaicans to zoom in on what's in their food. The campaign is a collaborative effort of the Ministry of Health, the Heart Foundation of Jamaica, National Health Fund, and the Jamaica Association of Professionals in Nutrition and Dietetics.
I think this is a great start, and it supports the other things that we're doing, like school nutrition policy, the physical activity program, the elimination of trans fats, and so on. We have to see it all related and linked and make the push to get it working.
Preliminary findings of a recent baseline evaluation survey for Nutrition Facts Panel Education campaign show that while 70% of Jamaicans have a general awareness of Nutrition Facts Panel and 69% express a positive attitude towards them, only 30% are able to accurately interpret and apply the information on them. Ingredients on food labels are listed from the greatest to the least amount of nutrients. Pay attention to things like fats, sodium, and sugar, of which you are to consume a percentage daily value of 5% or less. Keep these in mind as well. The general daily limit of added sugars is 6 teaspoons or 24 grams for women and children, while for men it's 9 teaspoons or 36 grams. Your fat intake should be 6 teaspoons or 30 grams, including 13 grams for saturated fat. The general daily limit for sodium is less than 1 teaspoon or 20 grams. It's also recommended that we reduce consumption of foods that have a percentage daily value greater than 20%. Choose foods that are high in dietary fiber, minerals such as iron, calcium, magnesium, and potassium, and vitamins. Go for products with percentage daily values greater than 20% for these nutrients.
It is important that Jamaicans learn to read and interpret the Nutrition Facts Panel with its information on serving sizes, calories, nutrients, and percent daily value for the individual intake. This will empower people to choose foods that allow them to maintain energy and the appropriate nutrient requirements, particularly sugars, salts, and fats.
So, next time you go shopping, remember to read it before you eat it. And don't just read it, do so and make the best nutrition choice for your good health.
Today, Jamaica joins the rest of the world in observing World Heart Day, September 29. The global theme this year, Don't Miss a Beat, reminds us to always be aware of our health, consistently taking actions to maintain a healthy heart, never ignore warning signs, as well as timely medical checkups for early detection and management of health risks. We can reduce the burden of heart disease by acting responsibly. Practice healthy lifestyle habits, such as regular physical exercise, eating balanced, nutritious meals, getting rest, managing stress, and avoiding harmful habits like smoking and excessive alcohol consumption. Also, maintain a healthy weight, keeping your blood pressure and blood sugar under control, and taking any prescribed medication. Take care of your heart, and your heart will take care of you. Remember, don't miss a beat.
Hurricanes can be dangerous, catastrophic events, but we can lessen the damage if we are prepared. Keep up to date with the latest information from reliable sources such as the Meteorological Service and ODPEM. The power will probably go with the internet following, so a good old battery-operated radio is a must-have. Stock up on non-perishable food items and emergency items such as flashlights and extra batteries. Secure important documents. Have a pre-packed emergency bag with safety gear such as raincoats and water boots. Ensure windows are protected and roofing is secured. Have updated information on emergency shelters near you in case you need to evacuate during the storm. Preparation will lessen the devastation when dealing with a hurricane. Be prepared.
Our half-hour journey through the pages of Jamaica Magazine ends right here for today. But please join us again tomorrow on this station for more news, features, and information you can use. In the meantime, visit our website, jis.gov.jm, for this and other offerings. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Theodore Henry. Till next time, take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.